Hello, Internet. So, last week, we talked about confidence and the secret to confidence and how it's rooted in being good at something. I got to thinking, there might be a little more to that. I mean, it's still basically getting good at something. Competence. But there can be like several impediments to getting good at something. Like the thoughts in your head. Thoughts like, I can't. What if I'm not good enough? What if I look like an idiot? So how do you overcome these? I mean, first of all, realize it's natural. And second of all, realize that they're not your thoughts. These thoughts are like the manifestation of the paranoia and pessimism that you learn from the people around you. You know, that's one of the things about the human brain. It's very good at being pessimistic, paranoid, and focusing on negative and all the things that could go wrong. Back in the olden caveman days, for example, if you were out hunting for food, thinking about and worrying about all the things that could go wrong would keep you from going into the cave and possibly getting eaten by a bear. Because you don't know what's in there. I could be a bear cave and that bear could eat you. So let's not go in there. Let's find food elsewhere. That paranoia and pessimism and worrying about all the things that could go wrong keeps you alive. Back in the olden caveman days, in the modern world, worrying about all the things that could go wrong and looking like an idiot and being judged by other people, all this paranoia and pessimism keeps you from pursuing your dreams and getting good at your dreams, good enough to make them into a career. See where I'm going here? All the pessimistic thoughts in your head, all the paranoia about, what if I screw it up? What if I look like an idiot? What if people laugh at me? It's perfectly natural, but it's not you. It's genetically programmed stuff that in one situation would keep you alive. And yeah, it does a very good job of keeping you alive. But there's more to living than being alive. And yeah, we got a lot of wind because Hurricane Dorian is kind of skimming past us. I mean, it's not getting close enough to be much of a worry. Out on the Outer Banks, yeah, they're having some problems. We're a good bit inland right now, so we're getting a lot of overcast and wind and a little bit of drizzle. So we're going to hear some wind in this video. So yeah, to summarize, all the thoughts in your head, I can't. What if I'm not good enough? What if people laugh at me? They're not your thoughts. They're thoughts that you learned from other people and thoughts that your brain is throwing out there because it's programmed to keep you alive. But I mean, if you live in any place where you are like less than an hour away from a grocery store and you have a job, guess what? You don't have to worry about staying alive because it's just going to happen. You will find food, you will find shelter. In fact, if you have access to the internet, you probably already have shelter. Probably. It's not a guarantee, but... And for some reason, this is one of the things that I keep thinking about over and over and over again. Is like all of the intelligence in the human brain, all of the emotionality. I mean, that comes from like neural wiring, right? Like what? It just makes sense that as evolution was happening, all the neural wiring for our intelligence, air quotes, and our emotionality, it came from neural patterns that already existed, like built off of that. These reflexes to stay alive. to avoid things that are scary. Because you know what? Growth is scary. Personal growth is scary. You're becoming a stronger person. Not just physically, but emotionally and intellectually. Becoming a stronger person is scary because it means it's such unlearning things that have served you in the past. Not necessarily well, and not necessarily served you well, but served you to a certain extent. To get better service out of. I'm rambling now. I don't even know what I want to title this video, but it's like the extra hack to being more. How to get good at stuff. How to get good at stuff. That's kind of the topic. How to get good at something. And the first step is to get rid. Okay, you can't really get rid of it, but to tame all the paranoia and pessimism in your head. Stop worrying about all the things that could go wrong. I mean, trust me, they will happen. Be aware of them, but don't worry about them. Don't stress about them. Don't let that stand in your way of actually getting good at something.